Are you wondering about the housing market in western Montana? In this video, we'll break down all the stats and show you the current state of the market here in western Montana. Alright, so I climbed all the way up this mountain to give you a better view of Montana. So the least you can do is subscribe to our channel. And when you do, don't forget to hit the little bell and you'll be notified every time we make a new video about Montana. So the first thing I want to talk about is I just started a new Facebook group for this channel. It's called the same thing. It's called Living in Montana. So please be sure to join. It'll be a little easier for people to ask questions. We can put up news stories from around the state instead of the weekly videos I do here on YouTube. I just figure it would be easier for people to get a hold of us and ask any questions that you may have. So again, join the group. It's called Living in Montana on Facebook, and it will hopefully give you a better insight to everything we have going here. So let's talk about the market here in western Montana. As you know, it's crazy right now, and we've discussed that in different videos that I've done recently. And I think part of the reason it's so crazy, and it's like this in a lot of places around the country, but I think with COVID last year, it taught a lot of people that they can work remotely and they don't have to live in a big city to work at these companies. And so we're getting a lot of those people moving in. Right now we kind of have a housing shortage as well here in western Montana. It's just been the perfect storm of events that have led to this housing shortage. We have low interest rates. We have tons of people moving up to this area. The last year, because of COVID, everyone's been locked down, so they were able to save money and, put it into a new house. And the builders just weren't, building quick enough to bring in this type of influx of people. And so it's all led to a housing shortage. And as you know, supply and demand, when there's a huge demand and less supply, the prices go up. The other thing is that, it's beautiful here, as you can see, and as I've showed you in other videos. And what I tell people, they aren't building any more mountain towns, and so we're just getting tons of people wanting to move up to northwest Montana or western Montana in general. So the stats I'm going to use in this video come from our MLS, and our MLS covers all of western Montana. So it goes from Eureka all the way down to the Bitterroot Valley to Darby to the border of Idaho, and then as far east as Helena and Butte. Bozeman and Billings are on a different one, so we're not putting those stats in here, but this will give you a good idea of what's going on here in western Montana. So the first thing we're going to look at is single family homes. This does not include townhouses or condos. So if you look at this stat sheet I put up, you'll see that new listings right now, year to date from April of last year, there was only 2,800 homes on the market, and now there's 2,900. So it's gone up a little bit, but it's basically about the same. And as you can see, that's only a 0.4% increase, which we need a huge increase to help out with the supply. And as you'll see down at the closed sales, year to date last year, at this time there were 1,900 sales, and now we're up to 2,267, which is an increase of almost 18%. And then the average sale price, as you know, they have been going up around here. But last year, the average sales price at this time was $349,000, and now it's $499,000. So it went up $150,000, which is a 43% increase. So that's the supply and demand thing going on here. So let's look at the townhouse and condo market. And as you'll see on this slide, same thing, closed sales last year. At this time there were 282 closed sales, and now there's already been 333, which is an 18% increase. And the price for condos and townhouses went from or the average sales price went from $287,000 up to $388,000, which is a 35% increase. And the percent, this is the interesting stat, the percent of list price received went from 98% last year to over 100% this year. So they're getting way more money, or they're getting more than they're asking for on the list price for the condos and townhouses right now. So if you look at the next slide, it just shows you the inventory of homes that are for sale, and as you can see, the inventory is plummeting. And if you look at between last year and this year, for single family homes, last year at this time there were 2,400 homes on the market, and right now there's only 871. And as far as townhouses and condos go, last year there were 314 on the market, and now there's only 91 on the market. So again, goes to the supply and demand. And now we'll look at the supply of inventory stats. And as you can see here, last year at this time for single family homes there was 3.8 months of inventory available, and now it's down to 1.1, which is a 70% decrease. And for townhouses and condos, we went from a 3.8% or a 3.8 month inventory down to a 0.7. And as you can see on the graph down below, it's just going down and down. So the bottom line is it's definitely a seller's market right now. And I did a video a couple weeks ago that you can see up here that talks about the market and buying right now. So if you're a buyer, be sure to watch that or give me a call. There's ways to win in this market. You just have to know what you're doing and have the right agent working for you. So if you have any questions about any of these stats, or you're thinking about selling or you're thinking about buying, be sure to call us. Our information's here at the end. And the link also for the Facebook group and our contact information are in the notes below this video. So be sure to check that out, and thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching our video. Please call, text, or email for more information. And don't forget to watch our other videos about Montana.